Good afternoon. Today, in continuation with the previous class of connectivity, Python MySQL connectivity, where we have studied how to do connectivity, the beginning procedure, how to install MySQL connector, and creating a table, describing a table, uh, then inserting the record into the table. Today we are going to have how we can display all the records on the desktop that you have inserted into the table. Say, displaying all rows, we have to import pandas as pd, import mysql connector as con. Then I am having a connection object mydb is equal to con.connect host localhost user root password tiger database college. These are the common steps that we have done earlier also. Create the cursor by writing cur equal to mydb.cursor. In place of mydb you can take any other variable also. In place of cur you can take any other variable also. Then we are creating a query select star from student to display all the rows from the table where you have inserted the records into uh, Python. Cur.execute query QRY as earlier. Query has been executed. After executing the query, we have fetched all records from the cursor into a variable, say my record. You are creating here a result set in my records. My records is having a result set. Now using loop for x in my records, print x. So माई रिकॉर्ड्स में से आप एक एक रो x में डालते हैं और x कैन बी प्रिंटेड ऑन द स्क्रीन एज यू कैन सी द आउटपुट हेयर. This is the output. Each row is printed. Each row is fetched into x, and thereafter cursor is cleaned and closed, and my db, that is connection, is closed. And go to the SQL and verify whether these records have been inserted or not. That can also be displayed using select star from student. So this is how you can verify in MySQL whether the same thing, all records that we have inserted in previous slide. Here we have inserted all the records. So can you find those records uh, in the table within MySQL or not? That can be verified. So this is how we can display all rows from a table. Now, searching a row from a table. See, same steps are here. Pandas mysql connector as con, importing of two uh, packages and defining it with an alias, one pd and one con. Thereafter, connection has been created as earlier, cursor has been created as earlier. Now for searching, suppose I am entering a class, or you can ask by inputting the, say, roll number, etc. So here in this example I am searching through class. So class आपने input कर दिया. Using that class, you have to create a query select star from student where class is equal to class. You have attached the value of the class and both side inverted commas, since CLAS is a local variable having the class name. So this is in the form of string. इनपुट स्टेटमेंट से आप स्ट्रिंग में लिया है तो स्ट्रिंग के दोनों साइड में इन्वर्टेड कॉमा मर्ज होना चाहिए. That is why in this query we have merged and inverted commas in the both the sides of the class variable. So after the query is created, See, this query should be exactly similar to the query that we issue on the SQL prompt like this: select star from student where class equal to 12th A. 12th A is written within single quote. Suppose here you have inserted, inputted 12th A. So the same query should be formed by you. Select star from student where class equal to, this will appear as it is, then single quote will appear as it is, then the value of the class, say you have entered 12th dash A, so 12th A will be concatenated and then single quote in the right side of 12th A. So same query should be framed by the user. After this, we have executed the query as earlier, then fetched all records in my records, say record set, and from record set each and every row is being accessed using for x in my records using for loop print x. So whatever was lying in the my records, that is being accessed one by one in the form of tuple. Cursor and my DB has been closed. See, first tuple and second tuple and third tuple. This was actually total three. These three tuples were lying in my records variable, which one by one could be accessed using for loop through the variable x. And on later on stage, you can go to MySQL and use the database and verify that these three records are found in that particular class, say 12th A or not. So obviously yes, whatever searching you have done here could be verified from within MySQL also. Now after search operation, let us go for delete operation. In delete operation, you can see first of all which it is a question which record has to be deleted. We cannot go for deleting record number wise, say there are millions of records, thousands of records, so it is very difficult to identify which record has to be deleted. So deletion can be done using primary key value, because say you want to input the roll number, and according to roll number there is one and only one roll number having say 10 or 11 or 12. So you can just search out that particular roll number record and delete it, or bunch of records can be deleted by searching, putting the condition where. So first of all you have to put the key on which the searching has to be done for deletion. So here you can see beginning procedure is same, importing of pandas and mysql.connector, it is similar, although pandas is not required in this, so you ignore it. And mysql.connector as con. So my db equal to con.connect, using connect method you can open the connection. Then using cursor method you can create the cursor and assign it to the variable cur. Now here I am putting the roll number. Roll number for what? Which roll numbers you want to delete, or which roll number you want to search and delete, because roll number is a unique column primary key, so that is existing only once in the table. So that is very easy to search. Only one record will be retrieved based on the searching of the roll number column, and the same has to be deleted. It can be verified later. So I am making the query using this roll number which you have entered. Query equal to delete from student where roll number is equal to str of roll. Roll number was entered numeric integer type, that is why it has to be converted into a string, because concatenation of the strings can be done using plus operator if all the strings are in string form. So first string and roll number is numeric, that is why it is converted into a string, so that it can be concatenated using plus operator. Now cur dot execute query has been executed. Now after executing the query, there are chances that cursor may have n number of records or may have one record, but we know that roll number is unique, so cursor will be having only one record. So that is why n row एक variable ले लिया is equal to cur dot row count. After doing this, it will return how many rows are affected due to this execution of this query. So obviously, if only one row is affected, then we will write if n row equal to 1, then the command should be committed using commit function of connection object mydb.commit record deleted successfully. So whatever deletion was done, whatever execution of delete command was done, that is committed successfully. That means that has become permanent on the disk using commit statement, commit function. Else, suppose number of rows are not 1, we are very much sure that it should be 1 only, because there is one and only one roll number that we have entered. तो उसका चांस है कि एक रो हो या तो जो है कोई ना हो, या रॉन्ग रोल नंबर आपने डाल दिया हो. तो एल्स में हम जा करके we will display the message roll number whatever was the roll number does not exist. So it will write row, say you have entered roll number 1 to 5 and 1 to 5 roll number is not there. So obviously number of rows n row will not be equal to 1, so that is why it is going there in else block and writing roll number 125 does not exist. So after deletion you can verify using the select command, select star from student से आपने एक query बना ली QRI1. So this has been executed and records have been fetch all functions say you have put the record into the record set, and using for loop similar way as as you were doing earlier while selecting all records or displaying all records in previous slides. So you have using for loop you have displayed all records on the screen just to verify whether our record is deleted or that particular roll number is deleted or not. So first of all you have entered the roll number, and using that roll number you have framed the SQL query. Thereafter executed the query to delete the record. If that roll number is not found, it should display appropriate message, and thereafter displaying all remaining records will ensure that my record is deleted. Here you can see the output, enter the roll number. To delete I have entered 16, so record deleted successfully message आ गया. Thereafter selecting all records, all remaining records where roll number 16 is not found. Now suppose I have entered any roll number which is not in the table, say 18, so it is displaying the message roll number 18 does not exist. And thereafter we can go to the MySQL also, and by writing select star from student we can verify that that particular roll number is deleted from the table or not. So this is how you can search and delete a particular record from the table. Now updation. In case of updation, again the same procedure is required. That is, you have to search for a particular roll number, because at a time you are going to update only one record. So I'll be enter roll number for search. Here I am using loop also, taking a variable, so that as many times as you want to update you can update. So using this loop the same procedure will move as many times as you are required, depending upon the upon your choice, and choice is being stored in a variable ans. So using this variable ans you will be able to move this process of updation of records of each student as many times as it is required by you, because at the end you are inputting the response, do you want to update more records, in the form of yes or no, y or n. You can enter the response in the answer variable. So this loop can iterate as per your requirement, as many times as many records are to be updated. Now, the logic behind updation of record is you have to first search one record based on some primary key. Say, for example, here on the basis of a roll number, verify it whether it is the same record you want to update. So that means the record content should be displayed on the screen just for verification. If it is found this is the same record that I want to update, then enter the detail for updation. Whatever fields are to be updated, that has to be given as input, and I mean make an SQL query using update command using that particular primary key, say roll number here, and that query, update query, can be executed to update the record successfully. This is the logic behind. That means you search for a roll number or for a particular key and verify whether it is the same record which is to be updated. If it is found correct, then only enter the detail of that object, a detail of that item, detail of that person, and the same can be framed in the form of SQL query for execution. So here the same thing has been done. Importing of MySQL.connector as it is, ignore pandas as PD, not required. Then connection has been opened, con.connect, same detail, and cursor has been created. Then loop is applied, answer equal to y, while answer equal to small y or capital Y. So within this loop, the complete procedure will be done. So while loop has started from here and going up to this point, so there only every procedure will be done. So roll number input किया आपने, and using this roll number you are creating a select query, select star from student, where roll number is equal to the entered roll number. Then that query is executed and fetch all records into result set, and finding out length of result set n. Here another procedure, I am taking out another procedure. वहाँ पर आपने जो पिछला था इसमें आपने कर डॉट रो काउंट यूज़ किया था to find out number of rows in the result set, but here I am using len of my records. Len of result set will be assigned to n. N is a variable. If n is exactly 1, because I know that we have entered primary key roll number, so select query should fetch only one record. So we are very much sure, because that is primary key having only one row, unique row for that. So after this, if n is equal to 1, then doing some procedure, I mean accessing those records, that record, just for verification. Otherwise, if n is not equal to 1, that means you are putting wrong roll number. So else के केस में मैं लिख रहा हूँ print sorry no such roll number exists, and loop for the iteration of the loop I am putting the response in ANS, yes or no. And if that value of n is equal to 1, that means there is one and only one record. So we will access that record, print that record in front, just for verification whether it is the same person, same item where updation has to be done. If we, that is same person, then you ask for the detail in the form of input, which is to be changed. Name is equal to input, enter name. Age equal to int input, enter age, and class has been entered as input. And using these inputs name, ag, and class, try to take different local variables other than the column name of the table, so that we can differentiate. Here in place of taking name, because name is a column in MySQL table, it may create contradiction and confusion. So you can take different local variable for the same purpose. For name I am taking NAM. For age, in place of taking AGE, I am taking AG only. For class I am taking CLAS only. So you local variable, you can it should be different from the field name or column name of the original table. Once it has been entered, then query can be framed QRY update student set name is equal to within single quote NAM's value single quote close comma is equal to str of AG plus comma class is equal to within single quote this side and that side also CLAS where roll number equal to str of ROLL. So we are putting the condition that only one record whose roll number is being specified in the condition roll number is equal to say 12 whatever you have entered that has been merged over here in this SQL query. So our command becomes update student set name equal to within single quote whatever name you have entered. Say you have entered Rama. Age, suppose you have entered 15, so age equal to 15 comma class equal to say 12th A you have entered, so within single quote it will be 12th A where roll number equal to suppose you have entered roll number 11, so roll number equal to it will become 11. So your this query formation of this query command is little complex and it should be very correct. It should not be different than the command that we issue on MySQL prompt in MySQL. So you have to verify this command so many times, then only proceed further. So now cursor dot execute query QRY1. Once this command is found okay, you can execute. One way of checking whether this command is correct or not, you can just before executing the query, you can here write print QRY1 and run the program and find out whether your query is similar to the query that we issue on SQL prompt, MySQL prompt. So it can be verified by printing its content. This string QRY को आप प्रिंट करके देख लिया करें अगले स्टेप में प्रिंट QRY1 और अभी एग्जीक्यूट ना करें तो आपको प्रिंट होकर के जो आ रहा है उसे मैच कर लें कि वो MySQL की कमांड से मैच करती है और एनी कॉमा और अपॉस्ट्रोफी इज लेफ्ट whatever. So after verifying it, you can go for execution of the query. Cursor dot execute QRY1 mydb dot commit. Thereafter print cur dot row count. Whatever rows were there in the cursor object can be retrieved using row count attribute of cursor. Cur dot row count will return you 1 since one row is being affected using this. If there are 10 rows being affected using this query QRY, so it will return 10 records. So cur dot row count 1 updated successfully. Here we had to write 1 record updated successfully. So you can edit it here 1 within string you will write 1 row updated successfully. So this is all logic within the while loop that you are building for updation for a particular student, for a particular roll number. Else I had already told if n is not equal to 1 exactly, that means the roll number is wrong. So sorry, no such roll number exists. Thereafter take the response from the user. Answer is equal to do you want to update more records? If yes, the loop will iterate from this point. It will ask for the next roll number to be entered. A record is verified whether the same record you want to change or update. If n is equal to exactly 1, so that record is being displayed as well as its detail is being asked from the user. Query is framed and then query update query is executed. This procedure will keep on running and running, iterating and iterating depending upon the choice of the user, because user is putting the value of the response in the variable ANS, and thereafter once the task is done you can write mydb.commit If anything is left, that will be committed, that will become permanent, that cannot be undone on later stage, and then cursor is closed and connection is closed. That's all. See the output. Enter the roll number to search. 11 roll number आपने search किया, it is being displayed in front. Then for that particular roll number you are entering the detail. System is asking enter name, enter age and enter class. Once it is entered and the message is coming, one row updated successfully. Here I have already told you row should be inserted in between in the string. Do you want to update more record? It is taking the user's response to iterate the loop. If yes, again it will ask for the roll number of next student. Say I am entering 12, so 12 का जो record है that is being displayed, roll number 12 record is being displayed just for verification. Again asking the detail of student, and once it is entered, one row updated successfully. Then asking the response, do you want to update more records? I have entered no, so loop is broken, terminated. And go to the MySQL for verification. Select star from student. After writing the command, all records from the table is being displayed, and found that Rama roll number 11th, name Rama is changed, and age 15. Then roll number 12 Ramakant has been changed, is 17 and class 12th B. So everything is verified and found well. Whatever updation we have done during the procedure, during the execution, is found correct, hence verified. Now after updation of record as per your choice, we proceed to display all records using positional formatting. See, so far you have learnt displaying the records in your own way using print statement, but there is a format function. Using that function you can display those records in the desired format, column wise, columnar printing you can say. So rest of the coding is same, although this format function I am not going to discuss in detail over here. You can just see the view, you will yourself understand how it is appearing due to format function. So formatting is separate topic other than database connectivity, so it will be discussed later, or I will create a video for formatting the data using print function, displaying it the data in columnar, column wise at proper place. So that will be done later, but you can just view how a report can be displayed in a well formatted positional formatting way. So here the same thing is being done. Since I was earlier I was doing pandas, so unnecessarily import pandas as pd is written over here. You should ignore it, it is not required over here. Import mysql.connector as con, then connection is opened, con.connect method, usual parameters host, user, password and database. Then cursor is created, query is created, select star from student, cur.execute, query is executed, fetching all records from the cursor into record set, my records. Thereafter you can see this line is comment here, gap equal to space into 3, this is comment here, this will be in the next slide, will be used there. But right now heading जो आपका डाटा जो डिस्प्ले होना चाहिए वो कैसा होना चाहिए, सबसे पहले यहाँ पर लिखा है कैरेट साइन 7s. व्हाट डज इट मीन्स? और जो रोल नंबर है ये 7 कैरेक्टर ऑक्यूपाई करेगा, 1 2 3 4 5 6 एंड 1 स्पेस, तो 7, दैट इज व्हाई इट इज बीइंग गिविंग 7. और caret sign is representing that this roll number will appear in the center aligned, means out of 7 spaces roll number will be displayed center aligned. तो ये 3 सिंबल होते हैं इसमें, एक तो ये कैरेट साइन एंड लेस देन एंड ग्रेटर देन. If it is written less than, that means the content will be left aligned. If it is greater than, content will be right aligned. If it is caret sign, content will be center aligned. So this is just for the alignment of the matter that is being displayed within that boundary up to certain specific width or places. Here it is 7s, S for string. So 7 means 7 character will be occupied by roll number, and out of those 7 characters this roll number heading is going to appear in the center of 7 characters. Thereafter 15 characters have been allowed for one string, say name. So name, NAME, but under this name heading there might be so many names having more than these 4 characters. That is why total number of characters being occupied by the name is 15. So 15 character long. By default strings are left aligned, so no need to write left alignment character here. Less than लिखने की ज़रूरत नहीं थी, I have not written. You can write optionally. Similarly, another one is age, having 3 character in the heading, but if more characters are required, so it is to be involved here. Here I have taken 7 extra characters, 3 characters in the heading and 7 extra characters just to create the space between the previous name column and next one class column. So spacing के लिए हमने यहाँ पर इसको 10 लिया है, तो 3 characters तो age heading के लिए हो जाएगी, and the content of age under age heading will be hardly 2 digits, so 8 spaces will be there and it is left aligned. Similarly 5 spaces for classes. Here is class 1 2 3 4 5, and under this class heading left alignment, यानी C के नीचे से start होगा आपका class. So this is for the heading purpose. So रेस्ट 1 लाइन स्पेस गैप हो जाएगा 1 लाइन का, उसके बाद फिर दिस हेडिंग LBS स्कूल RK Puram will appear. Under this there is a underline using equal character, then again 1 line gap, then print equal sign into 45. That means equal sign will be repeated 45 times. It will create a line of 45 characters of equal sign. Then print heading, whatever has been stored in the heading as a string will be displayed, and then dash character is being repeated 45 times, going to appear a heading again. So for X in my records, as earlier, print, what are you printing? Again caret sign 7D, D for integer, center aligned, 7 character being occupied under this heading, that is under roll number. So roll number will appear, 15 character string, name will appear, and 10 character D, that means age, D for age, F for float, S for string, left aligned, and 5 character for class, it is string. Then format X of 0. अगर आप सीधा X लिखते तो पूरी टपल प्रिंट हो जाती है आपकी, किसमें से, जैसा कि पीछे आपने देखा था माई रिकॉर्ड्स में, माई रिकॉर्ड्स में आपने पीछे देखा था फॉर X in my records, print X लिखते थे तो यार tuple of record was being displayed. Here out of that tuple we can write X of 0, that is first component roll number, X of 1, that is second component name of the tuple of record, X of 2, that is third component of the tuple of record. Similarly your what do you say, X of 3, fourth element, that is the class inside the result set. My records में last content class है. So X of 0, की फॉर्मेटिंग ये है 7D, x ऑफ 1 यानी नेम की फॉर्मेटिंग 15 स्ट्रिंग, x ऑफ 2 that means एज की फॉर्मेटिंग 10D. So rest of the things, I mean that spaces are going to be occupied in spaces by spaces. X of 3, that is the string, you can say class. So again at the end print dash repeated by 45 times, clean up the environment. So let us see the output. You can see the output, roll number and center aligned, name left aligned and age left aligned. और यहाँ पर एज वाले में मैंने आपका जो है 10 करेक्टर लिया था, तो 3 करेक्टर प्लस 7 स्पेस यहाँ पर छूट रहे हैं बीच में. So class is having 5 characters, so under this it is left aligned, 5 character is being displayed. So this is the output being displayed. So after displaying such output, now there is another way of formatting your output, positional formatting, through using F letter. Here in this program is same, but only formatting is changed here. I have defined a variable gap equal to space multiplied by 3, that means 3 spaces has been stored in the variable gap, and heading is being stored equal to here F, then within inverted commas the string has to be written. In this type of string, the value which is to be printed, it may be variable or literal, and colon its formatting characters, both will be given together in curly bracket. In format function, first formatting was being given within curly bracket, then dot format, then within bracket values were being defined, like here in this case you can see. First of all curly bracket में आप colon, then formatting characters within curly bracket colon for second element, for third element, fourth element, colon, then formatting characters, then inverted comma close करने के बाद dot format, then in the same sequence the elements or data items or literals which is to be printed, that will be separated by commas in the order of this format. But here in this F से जो आप फॉर्मेटिंग करेंगे, F के बाद आप एक स्ट्रिंग डिफाइन करते हैं, एंड विद इन करली ब्रैकेट the string or the literal or the variable which is to be displayed, then colon, thereafter the formatting characters. In formatting characters, first character implies alignment like caret sign, less than and greater than, and second character specifies the width, that is 7, 10, 20, whatever. Third character specifies type of value to be displayed, ये जो इसका डेटा टाइप शो करता है, लाइक S फॉर स्ट्रिंग, D फॉर इंटीजर, F फॉर फ्लोट एंड सो ऑन. So curly bracket close. So for each element we have the element name, the variable name, the literal name to be printed, to be displayed, colon its formatting characters, curly bracket close. Then I am putting a gap within curly bracket. Gap is specifying three spaces. यहाँ पर आप ये काम कर सकते हैं, 3 स्पेस साथ में डाल दिया. उसके बाद फिर से आपने व्हाट एवर स्ट्रिंग हैज़ टू बी डिस्प्लेड, उसके साथ उसकी फॉर्मेटिंग, फिर उसके बाद 3 स्पेस. तो यहाँ इसके साथ जो आपका एज है या नेम है, इसके साथ आपको ये कैरेक्टर्स बड़ा मुश्किल होता था काउंट करके, फिर उसमें कितना नेम कितने कैरेक्टर ऑक्यूपाई करेगा और कितना स्पेस छोड़ना है. एवरीथिंग should be accommodated in this number only, but here there is a especially you can put the spaces between this and this component, this column value and this column value, space can be put. तो यहाँ आपको काउंट नहीं करना पड़ेगा. It is the exact size of this column. It is 3s is the exact size of this column, and space is in between, sandwiched like this. Similarly this, and thereafter everything is same. Similarly here uh, the values also, sorry, the values print f x of 0, then center aligned 7D, gap 3 characters का gap आ गया, x of 1, that means next one is name in the record set. X is a variable holding the values from a record from a tuple. तो उस tuple में पहला component आपका roll number था, that is coming in x of 0, already told you. X of 1, then it's I mean formatting characters, then gap. X of 2 specifies age, then left aligned 3 integer, then again gap. X of 3, that is class section, and colon 5 space it will occupy. So this is the then inverted comma close. So I think formatting through F is far better and easier than format function. So you can use any one method for formatting the uh, positional printing on the screen, columnar printing on the screen, so that the visualization of the report is better and gives better understanding. So that's all about the database connectivity. In connectivity, we have started from the very beginning. uh, I think what is the method of connectivity, step by step I have told. First import, then I mean first install using pip install, then import, then open the connection, create the cursor, execute the query, fetch the records, and then make a result set, access the records from the result set in a formatted way, in a unformatted way. Various types of operations you have learned, that is a creation of database, showing the list of database, showing the list of tables, and describing the structure of the table, then creation of table, insertion, deletion, updation, search, displaying all records, displaying specific record, displaying in unformatted way, displaying the records in formatted way. So that's all about the database connectivity. If you know this much part of connectivity, you can make a better project. Although in informatics practices, transfer of data from data frame to MySQL and MySQL to data frame back, transfer of data from data frame to CSV file and CSV file to data frame back. Only this much is there in informatics practices. Rest connectivity portion completely you can utilize in computer science. So that's all about today's class. Thank you very much.